Yo, welcome. It is another episode of the GMS Show. Oh man. Okay, well first of all, as always, like always, I want to start always want to start with positive energy, good vibes, all that good shit. I hope everybody's getting to whatever it is that's positive and that's beneficial to them today. I hope everybody woke up on the right side of the bed. Hope everybody is just doing good overall, man. I know a lot of shit is going on, but most importantly, I just hope everybody's doing well. Now, I had a show yesterday, and what's up, East Bay? Had a show yesterday, and it was on the topic of the 5150 show, the Nick Cannon episode being dropped. And first thing I want to do is, first of all, clarify a few things that I seen in the comments. And of course, before we get to other shit, because, I want to talk about this Kid Cudi shit. But before we get to anything else, just want to make a few things clear because, the comments, I pay attention to the comments. I do. Not that it bothers me or brings me into some type of fucking depression. No, that's not the case. And that never will be the case because I understand how social media works. And I understand who's saying things behind a screen or if there is anybody saying anything behind the screen. But, I know that the 5150 family is very, very big. And, people have their opinions about certain things. And I need to reiterate some things real quick. First things first. I support the 5150 show, and I support Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is one of the best comedians alive or dead, and this is in my opinion. I know a lot of people can echo those sentiments about him. Funny guy, hilarious, fucking hilarious. But there are certain things that I don't agree with. Now, that doesn't mean I hate Corey Holcomb or I talk shit about Corey Holcomb or feel the need to. That's just what happens with anybody as a human. You're not going to agree on everything. You're just not. And the people who don't agree on everything but still see positives in people, to see the good in people and still support those people and still can gravitate towards those people without having to be all in your fucking feelings and be all weird about shit, says more about your character than the people that are sitting there like, well, if you don't like that, why are you talking about it? Well, clearly, of course it's not a lot of people. It's not a lot. And I shouldn't even really pay this any attention, but I just want to make it clear that my channel is not a place to talk shit or to hate on the 5150 show or Corey Holcomb. And it never has been. You can do your fucking research, you can do your homework, you can go to past streams, it doesn't matter. My thing is, this is an unbiased channel, which means I'm not finna eat nobody's fucking dick, pause, just because I'm a fan of them. I'm not finna sit up here and try to act like I'm, better than or I know more than the next person or anything like that. My thing is, if I see something and I don't agree with it and something just seems to happen on the show where something off happens, what's good, JG? I'll speak on it. I'll speak my mind on it. And I think more people need to start understanding that and get those testicles from out of your throat. Cause it's great and it's a good thing to support Corey and support his movement and support 5150 show, but motherfucker, if it's something you don't like, man, that's the problem. That's the one thing, and I don't think people understand. That's the type of person I feel like Corey would hate. A motherfucker that will sit up there and just dick ride you just because of who you are. Nigga, if you having if I feel some type of way about something you did and I can't come to you or comment on it or say nothing about it just because of who you are, nigga, that's a fragile ass ego. And I say this now because I have a feeling some shit is gonna go back to Corey eventually, because I got a comment recently on one of the videos talking about another 5150 hate video. These are getting out of hand, and that comment came from Gooch the Great. And I had to let Gooch the Great know that I respect Corey and the 5150 show. So this is not no hate video, or this ain't no hate channel. But I'm also not going to tuck my fucking tail between my fucking legs. And I'm not finna act like I can't speak on what the fuck I want to speak about. Like, that's not all what motherfuckers is about. Speak your fucking mind. Stand on what the fuck you talking about. So yeah, just to make it clear, this ain't no hate channel. This ain't no let's talk shit about Corey space. I always make that shit clear. I always make sure that I let people know to go support the 5150 show and Corey and everybody else surrounded around it. So that's all I wanted to get out, because I had a few comments on my last video and people trying to stir some shit up and make it weird, and I'm not with none of that shit. So shout out to the 5150 show. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Shout out to Gooch the Great. There's no misunderstandings, because I said what the fuck I said right here, right now. Anyway, what's good, Ben Slim? Let's get to this Kid Cudi shit, man. Let's get to the Kid Cudi shit. I want to know y'all opinion on this. What's your opinion on Cudi, man? Because to me, I've always looked at Kid Cudi as a person that is outside the box. What up, Jay Monte? What's up, Teodora? Yeah, that's facts. So I want to get y'all take on this, man. Kid Cudi decided last night to pay homage, I would like to say, to Kurt Cobain. Now, let me be full disclaimer on this motherfucker. I never listened to Kurt Cobain. I was never a fan. I never got the hype around him. No disrespect to, no disrespect to the dead. You know what I'm saying, or his situation, or his fans, or the people that love the guy. Because it would be the other way around if somebody came over here talking about, hey, I don't know nothing about Nipsey. I ain't no fan. I'm not blah blah blah. It'll rub people the wrong way. But let me be clear. I'm saying this out of respect, because I don't know nothing about Kurt Cobain besides what people sing about, rap about, or just told stories about. But apparently, Cudi went on SNL last night and performed in a dress. It's certain things, like, all right, it's hard. It's gonna be hard for me to really talk about it in a way, as far as like, cause it's hard for me to disrespect Kid Cudi. I don't know if any of y'all in the chat, because I clearly see the comments, but I don't know if any of y'all in the chat are fans of Kid Cudi or like any of Kid Cudi's music. But me, personally, I used to, and still do, listen to a lot of Kid Cudi music. And it's mixed in with a plethora of fucking artists that I love and music that I love. But, coming up, especially in like high school days, like Kid Cudi was that shit. And I would listen to that shit all the time. And like, that was just, Kid Cudi was always just a dope nigga to me. So then this happens, and it goes back to the conversations that we were having before. So like, like my man's saying right here, be sick of seeing shit thrown in our face like that. Well, here's the thing about that. You can look at it from that way, but you can also look at it from the standpoint of, for one, I don't remember Kid Cudi ever doing anything like this, but at the same time, he also, I guess his excuse behind it was a tribute to Kurt Cobain. And I guess there's other ways to pay tribute to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways to pay tribute to people. We also live in the entertainment world, so people know they have to go all out and do the most for that performance. You got to think all the way outside, like, yo, I need to do this to make sure people are talking about my performance. Now, like I said, I don't know if any of y'all are fans of Kid Cudi or listen to Kid Cudi's music, but I'll say right now, to play devil's advocate, I don't think he's lying about paying tribute to Kurt Cobain just based off of the content of his music, because if anybody knows Kid Cudi, a lot of his shit has been dark, and there's a lot of pain and depression behind his music. So it's not out of the ordinary for him to want to pay tribute to someone like Kurt Cobain. The decision to give him tribute by wearing a dress, I don't know. And now I'm sitting here thinking about how I feel now about the shit that's going on, because it does seem like masculinity is being ripped away from us. And of course that looks cool to the other side, or that group of people. But for people like me, it's like, all right, now I'm looking at it from a balance standpoint again. Because just like when niggas start coming out rapping and they tried to come out with the mumble rap scene and everybody was motherfuckers was like, all right, it's being oversaturated now. We need to find a balance. Like, there's room for this type of shit, but we need to balance now. We need to balance this shit out. We can't be oversaturated with this shit. Because oversaturation mixed with influence leads to an entire generation of confused people. Am I right or am I wrong? And I'm putting it for both standpoints, because there's a lot of kids out here that want to be rappers but don't even rap. They just look at the glamour of the shit. They look at the social media side of the shit. They look at the views and the likes, and they want that. They're influenced to be famous and to be noticed and to be the top motherfucker on the gram. I don't think people understand how heavy that influence is, and I get it. I understand it. When people see this, it's like there's probably a kid out there, several kids out there, regardless if they're male or female. Well, I wouldn't say regardless. I'm just going to say for male, because we're speaking on the masculinity of things. There's probably several males out there who wouldn't think about or even care to wear a dress, but be like, yo, I like Kid Cudi. I see what he's doing. I see the attention that is garnished. Damn, I want to start rocking dresses too. Let me go out here and fucking rock a dress because Kid Cudi did it. And of course, motherfuckers will come back and be like, "Oh, you're being homophobic. You're being you're being intolerant. You're doing Nah, man. I don't give a fuck if you gay. I don't. I honestly don't. If you genuinely are, what I give a fuck about is people who pretend to be something that they're not. Now, I'm not talking about Kid Cudi in particular. I'm just talking about the people who get influenced just to try to do something to be on pace with everybody else, trying to stay on topic with everybody else, trying to stay trending with everybody else. Like, you have to be naive to think that being gay isn't a trend to a certain extent. Now, I'm not dissing nobody in the community. Let me not do that before fucking YouTube try to shut me down. Because there are people who are genuinely gay, and there's people who just want to go out here and try some shit because they think it's the cool thing to do, and they know it's accepting. Anything that is accepted. Now, I'm not trying to downgrade anything. I'm even when it comes to the phrase Black Lives Matter. Last year it became accepting. So everybody start putting that shit all over their fucking yards and their windows and putting it on fucking video games and putting it on websites and shit because it became profitable. Just like when the Me Too movement started. It became profitable. It became a trend. So you mixed in the people that actually had trauma and actually had things that they went through mixed with motherfuckers who just wanted a dollar and wanted to come up and wanted their name to be trending in the news all worldwide for making up a story on somebody famous. You got to be naive to think that shit like that didn't happen. Like I said, this is an unbiased ass channel, nigga. I look at it from all sides. I'm not sitting here on no politically correct shit. I'm not sitting here trying to offend nobody either. But at the same time, I'm going to speak from my opinion. I'm going to speak from my place of where my perspective, my place of perspective. That's what I'm going to do. And I believe that I keep it real across all aspects. Now, like I said, influence is real. So I get what you guys are saying. Let me see what you think this is a Illuminati? Nah. I wouldn't even go that far to say this is some Illuminati shit, because anything that's part of an agenda, I don't see Illuminati really is just like some shit people really try to equate to the niggas that just got billions of dollars and that control shit. You just can call them motherfuckers devils if you want. You ain't really got to call it Illuminati. That's just the cultural word for it. Them motherfuckers is demons out there. This nigga saw Lil Nas X blow, getting bang out by Satan. Nah, I can't stand by this one. Yeah, I don't know. It's all rituals. They always use fallen artists to represent the madness. It be the same shit, man. I will say they do feed off your depression, your mental illnesses. This entertainment industry, they love when you go through mental illnesses. They love when you are dealing with depression. They love that shit because they can benefit off that. Once they see you about to crack, they start pulling you all over the place because they know you don't have time to think or sit with yourself or try to evaluate things, because most likely niggas would quit what they're doing and leave their label or their situation hanging dry because of them actually sitting with their thoughts and realizing, yo, I need to slow down. When you ain't got time to slow down and people constantly moving you around trying to get you to do shit, and you have such a big name and you have all these fans that are expecting shit of you, you tend to turn yourself into something that you normally wouldn't be. This is what happens when we idolize them. Hey, that's another thing. It's cool to be a fan. It's cool to be a fan. It's cool to be inspired by people. It's cool to have that. But when you start treating these people like gods, or like people that are perfect, or like people that need to be that aren't human like you are, then it becomes a problem. Because not only is your mindset wrong, but it also alters their mindset, the person that you are, a fan of. So like, for instance, who's like a real cocky ass artist out here? Who's a real arrogant fucking, just somebody out here who just believes that they shit don't stink? Like name somebody. I'll give an example. Whoever that is. That's a person that has let the fame and the fans and the numbers make them believe that they are untouchable, like they can't do no wrong. Like anything that they do is anything they touch is gold. Forgetting that real shit will happen to them. Okay, Kanye. We'll say Kanye. Kanye has generated a lot of money and set a lot of trends. But at the same time, you see what's going on in his actual life, in his real life. Well, I'm not gonna put it that way, because we never see what's happening in people's real life. But what you see on the news or mainstream media, whatever the fuck, whoever's talking about whatever they're talking about, you see what he's going through, or you hear about it. Why are Kim and Kanye getting a divorce? Niggas is just you never know what the fuck is going on. Niggas is trying so hard to stay first in the race and they forgetting about they have a real life. You can never forget about the shit that's going on right in front of you. You know, and it's hard because you never know what it's going to be like once shit starts changing for you. When you start garnishing a bunch of fame and a bunch of notoriety, you never know what's going to happen from that. And this is like one of those things that's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to, I don't know. It's not even Cudi. Be mad at the system that think we still falling for this shit. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's fucked up because, like I said, I'm a fan of Cudi, man. I love Cudi's music. Cudi has definitely inspired somebody like me as an artist who makes music, who produces music. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's part of a long list of people who have definitely inspired me over the years. And like I said in the beginning of this video, just because I'm a fan doesn't mean that I'm going to sit up here and agree with everything you do. This is an unbiased ass channel. I have an unbiased ass opinion. If something bothers me, I'm going to speak on it. And if I like something, I'm going to speak on it. This isn't also one of those channels where I'm just going to be sitting up here complaining all day, man. Shit that I'll talk about everything. But the thing is, you know, we live in a world where the trending topics always have to have some controversy behind it. When was the last time something really good happened in America? Like, when was the last time something really good, like something that we could like all talk about and everybody literally was on the same page? Like, man, this was so great. This was so good. Like, I'm talking about hardly no backlash, hardly no bullshit behind it. Like, when was the last time? I really want to know, because it has not been a time where we could sit around and actually talk about some shit that we enjoy. Like, we have to laugh about the pain. We have to laugh about the sadness and the controversy shit, because we can't have nothing that's genuinely just joyful to talk about. So niggas got to find ways to laugh. We got to laugh at shit that happens. Oh, this nigga fell off a fucking building and fucking landed in a koi fish pond and broke his neck. Ha ha ha. Damn, that's fucked up. That nigga stupid. Like, we can't talk about nothing real. Like, nothing is happy, man. It's weird. When Slip and Slides came out. Slip and Slides, nigga. Fuck Slip and Slides, nigga. When Slip and Slide came out, nigga, Slip and Slide Records, nigga. Trick Daddy. That's when shit was lit. Man, I miss those days, man. I miss the early 2000s and shit. That era was just too lit. But yeah, man. Whether it's an agenda or whether it's not, I think we need to take back masculinity to a certain extent, not to the point where niggas is being hateful or no weird shit like that. Like, niggas ain't got to come out and be like, you gay niggas is doing all this. Nah, nigga, the way you do shit is just simply coming out and be like, yo, we are men. And we will forever be men, and we will fucking stand by being men until the day that we die. And that's literally the bottom line and the point. There's no in between. There's no malice. There's no underlying agenda. None of that shit. It's just more so standing by what you believe in and not being influenced or coerced to feel a certain way because of what the masses or what the trending topic is telling you. Yeah, he performed his own song. He performed this song called Sadder, I think it was. I believe that was the song. Do you do background music for TV and movies or games? I want to. That's a huge goal of mine, and I'm hoping that I can build some connects through this show to you know, be able to produce for, you know, movies and TV and video games and shit. That's a big big goal of mine. That's not even on a bucket list. Like, that's some shit I'm actually gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I've put that shit in the forefront. I speak that shit into existence. So it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna get my connects together. I'm gonna make sure that I continue to grind and, you know, proceed to make this content and get this shit going, because niggas got shit that people need to hear. And, you know, you already know. I ain't even got to say much. If you already heard my beat albums, you already know how I'm coming. J Monte said, childhood memories are the shit because the smallest things could make you happy. For real. For real. Like, those were the times when niggas didn't have, like, when you had less responsibilities in life, that is definitely the best time of life. When ain't no motherfucking responsibilities you got to handle as an adult. When you are a kid, you literally have like a handful of worries that really don't even mean shit at all. Like, you create those worries. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to pay no bills. You don't have to worry about driving. You ain't got to worry about paying for food. Nigga, you just walk around and fucking eat, play with shit, go outside, go to school, discover your balls, and fucking go to sleep. Like, that's, when you really think about that, man, it's like life is great as a kid, man. If you ever feel depressed because life is but, then look up, baby smiling, and you'll feel so much better. Hey, that's possible. He said, Saturn, that's that occult shit. I don't know. I can't listen to a nigga with goatee and a sundress with spaghetti straps on. I'll remember day and night and continue with my life. Well, luckily enough, Kid Cudi has put up some great music before this happened. Okay, and I'm not going to say that I'm done listening to Kid Cudi over this shit. That's just, to me, that's just dumb for me to do. Because if you still make good music, you still make good music. I don't judge nobody's sexuality when it comes to good music. If you make good music, you make good music. Now, I will say, full disclaimer, if you're talking about doing things sexually with somebody that I don't do, then I'm not gonna listen to it, because I personally listen to music that relates to my life in a lot of ways. Now, I'm not saying every song I listen to is correlated to my life, because a lot of these motherfuckers got a lot of money and a lot of power out here and motherfucking got a lot of shit that I don't got. But that shit like that is motivating to me, so I will listen to some shit like that. But for the most part, I listen to music that relates to me in my life. So if a nigga is gay, but he's rapping just about some regular shit like fucking waking up, smoking and chilling and whatever, I'm not finna be like, yo, turn this gay nigga off. But if he was on there talking about, hey, nigga, put it in my butt, then I'll be like, nah, I can't. I'm not with that. I don't listen to that. And I'm not finna rap that, because I don't do that. Does that make sense? Is that fair? Is that fair on the scale of fairness? Without feeling like niggas is like homophobic or hateful? Theodora said, how is wearing an ugly dress paying tribute to Kurt Cobain? Did he perform a Nirvana song? Make it make sense. No, well, like I said, if you know Kid Cudi's music, his music has a lot of depression behind it and sadness behind it. Just a lot of his music, not all of it, but a lot of it. You can hear it. And he's very vocal on that too, just like him himself, just talking about him and what he's gone through, his depression and mental illness, shit like that. So, like I said, it's not out of the ordinary for him to pay tribute to someone like Kurt Cobain. But the choice of how he paid tribute was just, to me, just like, I don't know. I wouldn't have did it. But it's not me. That's Kid Cudi. I'm not that man. I haven't walked that man's shoes. I don't think that man's thoughts. So I'm not gonna, but hey, if it was me, I wouldn't have did it. We gotta stop throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Does his message feel tone deaf? That's a good fucking question. He put on the dress for easy access from the male cast members. But has he made good music in the last 4 years? The last album he put out, I liked it. I liked the last album he put out. The last album he just put out, the most recent album that Kid Cudi put out, it gave me the old Cudi vibes, like the Man on the Moon 2 vibes. That's what it gave me. I don't know if you guys heard his most recent album, but like it has the new feel to it, but at the same time he kind of gives you the feel of the old like Man on the Moon. He gives you the Man on the Moon feel. Like if you know anything about the Man on the Moon, like any of those albums or any of his music, then you'll get what I mean. But I personally think the last album he put out was good. This is a stunt for relevance, which in my opinion is fraudulent to hip hop. I mean, I guess that's a fair opinion. That's fair. Low vibrational, that's a fair opinion, I guess. I think humor is the pathway to understanding, which is why I'm pissed that we don't have a Chappelle show. Because I've always had this thought in my mind, and I know it sounds crazy, but for some reason it's been stuck in my head for a long ass time, ever since the show has been over. Dave Chappelle could have single-handedly fixed racism in a good way. Not in a way where like niggas would like white people would have stopped being racist, but in a way where there wouldn't be so much racial tension. Like when you start with racial tension, everything fucking domino effects from there. You know what I'm saying? That's when the motherfuckers come out and start doing the extra shit. That's how, like, it wouldn't have stopped police brutality. It wouldn't have stopped racist people. But the tension, the racial tension, like, understand what I'm coming from with that. Dave Chappelle had a way of making fun of every race and making every race laugh at one another, and not just one another, but themselves. Like, the KKK sketch that Dave did, like, I don't think people understand how fucking genius that was. Like, that was, I think in that way was the best way to show racist motherfuckers and KKK members specifically how fucking stupid they are. Like, how fucking dumb. That was like I think that skit was one of the best skits on there, because it just, for one, it was hilarious, and for two, it just pinpointed the contradictory and the fucking just the overall stupidity of those type of people. And Dave being one of those people that recognize shit and sees shit for what it is, you know, as much as I wish the Chappelle show would have stayed on, you know, he's definitely one of those people that, you know, would never compromise himself for $1. And I think that came back full circle and in a way blessed him, because that's what and that's what people think. Dub Deuce said Dave sold out. Dave did not sell out. Dave is literally the only person who has not sold out. And I'm about to explain to you why, because I hate the fact that people even think that would be an option for Dave. Dave left $50 million. I guarantee you none of you niggas in this comment section would leave $50 million. Let alone leave $50 million and go to goddamn Africa. None of you niggas would go to Africa. None of you niggas would know where to go in Africa. Never in Dave's life has he ever sold out. Let me tell you why. He left that money. He left the show. He said, fuck compromising who I am. I'm going to leave. And then on top of that, the only thing that Dave had to come back on, let me tell you, let me finish, Dub. Because he said he back with them people. Let me tell you, Dub. When Dave came back to the scene, the only thing he had to depend on was his name. The only thing he had to depend on was his name. Dave went around and traveled on his own and fucking popped up in different cities across America to do his own pop-up stand-up fucking shows. Wasn't no business behind him, no major outlet, none of that shit. Dave went off his name so he can go back out and make that money. This is facts. Y'all can look this shit up. Dave has countless stand-ups from people's cell phones on YouTube right now that people don't even watch because they don't even know. They stuck to the mainstream shit. They stuck to his mainstream stand-ups. No, Dave was out here working. Dave was on an independent grind. Somebody like Dave Chappelle, who could have easily came back to the business, like, all right, y'all, you got me. I need the money. No, Dave went out here and did his shit, built his name. He built back up his name and his brand. Then, another reason why he didn't sell out. When Dave finally came back, yeah, listen, I'm telling you. When Dave finally came back, he came back on his terms. Didn't nobody negotiate shit for Dave but Dave. Now, when you talk about being with them people, Dave would have to be under them people. Dave Chappelle is his own brand. Dave Chappelle is his own business. You know how many people aspire or are would how somebody would give, any of these niggas would give their left arm to be on what Dave is on right now. Name one fucking person. Name one person who is under contract. The Chappelle Show is under contract. Comedy Central, HBO, Netflix, they don't have to pay Dave shit to put the Chappelle Show on any of their platforms. That is Comedy Central's shit. That is their shit. It was. I'm going to get to why Dave Chappelle isn't a sellout. Dave Chappelle, because of what he did when he came back and how he traveled and built his name back up and went back on a whim off his name and built himself back up. Him, not the entertainment industry, not nobody in a corporation, not nobody sitting behind Hollywood. Dave did that. Because he did that, and because of the fact that he's still one of the best comedians alive, and he was still able to put out amazing stand-up specials, he asked the people to stop watching that show. Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Because of the love and respect that that man has from everybody, and I literally mean everybody, because I do not know one person who does not like Dave Chappelle. They stopped watching that shit. They forced these, I'm talking about the devil himself, these entertainment, the industry, period. He forced their hand. What good is the Chappelle Show on your platform if nobody's watching it? Dave made a demand that a lot of people wish they could and wish would actually fall through, and it actually did for him. They came back and gave him his show and paid him out. There's not one person who was under, like I'm telling you, Comedy Central did not have to do that. They didn't. That's their shit, or it was. That was their shit. None of those people had to take the Chappelle Show off their platforms. They could have just continued to fuck. Because they, in all reality, they don't give a fuck about them. They want that money. Because they know the people care about the content more than the actual person. But because the way Dave did shit, he held his integrity. Dave held on to his motherfucking principles and his purpose in life. He didn't compromise. And he fucking showed up for the people, and still, I'm telling you, man, Dave is far, far from a sellout. He did something that nobody has done yet. He made them niggas give up the show. That's hard, man. That's one of the most gangster shit I've ever seen anybody in the entertainment industry do. got paid and got his show back, his name. Nigga had to fight to get his name back. How the fuck you gonna be out here making money off somebody else's name? It's called the fucking Chappelle Show. It's called the Chappelle Show. Come on now. That's fucked up. Imagine if they was selling the Dub Deuce Show. I know you would want the rights to that shit back. I know you would want to get paid for that shit. And it's not about selling your soul, my brother. It's not about that at all. You ain't got to sell your soul. It was because of the work he put in. Dave made that show. Neil Brennan made that show. Charlie Murphy made that show. Donnell Rollins made that show. Every artist that performed on that show made that show. Do you understand? It was all their ideas. Comedy Central wasn't behind that shit. Comedy Central wasn't sitting there making them skits with them. That nigga worked hard for that shit, so he deserved that shit. Now, sorry, I went all on a tangent, man, because I don't like when people talk about Dave, man, because I got to hold Dave down, and that's one thing we got to do with our legends, man. We got to hold them niggas down. And I've been more about giving my legends flowers while they still here and not waiting until the motherfuckers die. And I'll be damned if a motherfucker called Dave Chappelle a sellout. That nigga's, man, Dave one of the realest niggas out here. Point blank, period, flat out. Yeah, Dave back a lot of liberal talking points, but he the most free and highly weird for sure. Nigga, he's the only comic who can't get canceled. This nigga went at the LGBT community in the height of the LGBTQ movement. And not once did his career budge. That nigga's the truth. What are you talking about? Name one person who has came at the LGBTQ community and is still able to thrive out here and make millions out here. Nobody. That is Dave. That nigga can do what the fuck he want to do. Cancel Dave Chappelle. This nigga walked away from $50 million. Nigga, he'll cancel himself before y'all do it. And then if you get mad at some shit he gonna say it again. Hey, man. What can I say, man? Dave one of the greatest alive, and I can't front on that. Now, we got to get into some more shit while we sit up here talking about masculinity. Hold on, let me read some of y'all comments before I move forward. Let's see. I stopped watching because he asked for show. Dave, what up, Bars? Dave could rebrand his show and direct traffic to his website like Eddie Griffin just recently did, which would be smart. And I hope Eddie Griffin got some motherfucking rights to goddamn Undercover Brother, because that, man, when I tell you that movie is the most underrated comedy ever, nigga, Undercover Brother is so goddamn funny to me. That's one of my favorite movies ever. Nigga, that shit is hilarious. Let's see. What else y'all talking about? Use YouTube as a mechanism to drive traffic to your website. Hell yeah. Comedy Central and Netflix had to. He was obligated through contract, but they backed down for the future money. See, now, that's the thing. When they gave up the rights to his show, they gave up the rights to that money. Now, for one, I'm sure these entities knew that they could survive without the Chappelle Show, because they've definitely survived without the Chappelle Show. They didn't just decide to put Chappelle Show on streaming platforms till last year, so clearly they're fine. But that's still a big move, because you know the motherfuckers are money hungry. They'll take all the money they can get. Ain't no way somebody, let alone one person, is going to push them out of giving back content and giving up money to somebody who signed a contract saying, here, take my shit, you know? Dave is a legend for sure. What's up, Breathe Easy? And lives in Ohio, away from the freak weirdos. Yeah, like, damn, Dave has lived in Ohio like his whole, like, he doesn't live in these places where he has to, like, go out with these people. Like, he'll travel and fucking, like, when he has to work or he has to be out somewhere doing obligations, and you'll catch him in fucking L.A. or some shit like that. But this nigga, his home is in Ohio, nigga. Like, he's one of the most down-to-earth, celebrities you will ever. And I wish, like, that's a bucket list of mine, man. I wish I could just sit in the room with Dave Chappelle and talk to him. Like, if my ability to speak on this camera and on this microphone lands me to a point where I can talk in front of the masses and then get to a point where I can interview certain people and I have the chance to sit down with Dave Chappelle, y'all better believe that will be the best interview you've ever heard in your life. The best. Eddie Griffin's that nigga. Big facts. I love Dave for that. I'm speaking on the bullshit political shit. Hell yeah. Dave the fucking man. Jump to Hyperspace Podcast. Do y'all see that name in the chat? Y'all see that name in the chat? If y'all love movies, y'all love deep diving on movies and just talking about the dope shit behind movies, just all and you love getting high while talking about movies, my brother right there in the chat, Jump to Hyperspace Podcast. I gotta follow them, man. These some cool ass niggas, man. I came up with these people. We went to school together. That's my guy, like my real brother, like somebody that came up with GMS with me, like Green Mind State. We all came up with that name together. Me, him, and my other homeboy who live in Colorado. So shout out to Jump to Hyperspace Podcast. Dave and Eddie on the same level to me. Eddie is a real underrated but still well respected comedian. Like, I'm talking about, man, Eddie Griffin is definitely a legend. Yeah, when you go against the Moist Mafia, you got power. Yeah. I doubt he owned the rights to that because he wasn't in Undercover Brother 2. Michael J. White was the star. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's definitely right. That's fucked up because a lot of people don't know the business and they don't know, like, you know, more people are in it for the opportunity more than they are for, like, the long haul. And they don't think about, like, man, down the road, who knows what the fuck. Like, they don't think about the real life things that can happen, like certain situations. A tragedy could happen, a unexpected, you know what I'm saying? Something just could pop up. And you might not be in the position you was 10 years ago when you was out here getting it and being in movies and traveling and shit like that. It would really help if you can get some nice royalties off of the work that you did and everything that you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, these movies and these shows, like, there's so many people that have made so much money off of the actual talent. It's disgusting. But all right, like I said, let's get back to the masculinity shit that we was talking about, because now I want to talk about the shit that went down between Kyrie Irving and Dennis Schroder. Yes, Dennis Schroder. Apparently these two gentlemen decided that they wanted to get into it during the game last night. And now I'm going to say this. There was a time in the NBA where niggas could talk shit and, you know, be a little rough with each other, and there wouldn't be no thoughts of a technical. No thoughts of a T, no thoughts of ejection, just a separate and let's get back to the game. But nowadays, any back and forth, and the ref literally, nigga, refs will literally be running up and down the court like this, ready to tee a nigga up. Niggas just running down the court like this. Anything. He said when Kyrie started bullying, I don't know. I think when he started getting a bunch of controversy, and niggas started bothering him. I think when people started bothering his chi and his chakras, this nigga started wilding out. Look, nigga said, "God damn, nigga."
Technical, could be a double technical. Zach Zarba, who's the crew chief, trying to...
The referee not calling fouls on Irving in one-on-one situation.
Oh, nah, come on, man. Don't. He said don't call me a nigga, bro, like he was talking to a white dude. I want to play devil's advocate and try to say the whole, man, let's stop talking, let's stop calling our brothers niggas, man. But nigga, you was in his face. What you what you expect him to do? Be like, hey, goddamn, my brother. Nah, you was in his face, nigga. What the fuck you expected? Like, goddamn, nigga, back up. Don't try to say, don't call me no nigga, bruh. Don't call me a nigga. What are you talking about? What did you say? Hey, anybody seen this? Anybody seen this video before? The dude that was explaining saying nigga in class.
What? Nigga.
Hey, if y'all don't have Twitter, man, I swear to God, y'all gotta get Twitter, man. This shit is so fucking funny. But if you didn't see what happened last night, they both got ejected, man. Or wait, did they both get ejected? I know Kyrie got ejected for sure. But I don't know if Dennis Schroder did, but ejected niggas for talking? Now, let's put our opinions aside of what we think of Kyrie Irving or Dennis Schroder. Let's put our personal opinions aside. Let's talk about the NBA and the type of and how they're running it. What the fuck is a technical for words? You know what I'm saying? What is the, can somebody explain? Yeah, okay, so they both got ejected. For words, though. I see technicals, all right? I get it. Or whatever. You want to give them a technical, cool. I think there should be a rule where if you get a technical for talking or whatever, you can't stop talking, then you automatically get sit down on the bench. Sit your ass down on the bench. And when you cool off, nigga, then you can come back in your coach can sub you back in the game. Ejection though, just totally get out of the game and never come back for talking shit. Nah, man, that's some soft shit. That's some shit that I would have never thought the NBA would come to, but that's where they've been at for a long time. Right. That's it. For talking. Ejection? Getting ejected though? That's some weird shit. The shit is getting weird. Kyrie will never go down in history as a legendary Titan type. If it wasn't for LeBron, he wouldn't have a ring. Yeah, the ring talk, man. The ring talk to me is subjective, man. I think if you're a great basketball player, you're a great basketball player because nobody says Allen Iverson isn't great. And once again, I'm not. Matter of fact, yeah, I am. I am comparing the two. You can compare Kyrie Irving and Allen Iverson. You can for sure. Two smaller guys, not afraid to attack the basket, not afraid to shake your motherfucking ass out your shoes, not afraid to shoot, not afraid to get in your face if they have to. When I'm wrong, let me know. But AI ain't got no rings. And it didn't stop him from being a Hall of Famer or be considered a great. He said, don't call me a nigga, bro. I'm not like the rest of you dudes, bro. For real. I don't know what it is. I guess they are trying to keep their foots on all these niggas' necks. I guess so. Hockey, though? Yeah, hockey, them niggas beat the shit out of each other every fucking game. And they're on skates and on ice. They're fighting in the most dangerous conditions and they don't give a fuck. You gotta think about shit like that. Like motherfuckers be focused on the fighting, but niggas never focus on the fact that them niggas is wearing actual knives on their feet and they on ice. And then they take their fucking helmets off and shit. Like niggas is ridiculous, man. White dudes is crazy. Let's see. Blunt lit. Hey, let's go. Mary Jane on deck. Everybody says that AI wasn't great. Who said that? Who the fuck says that? Give me some examples, guys. I swear to God. Whoever said AI wasn't a great, they need to go. Let me tell you what you need to do. If you ever thought Allen Iverson wasn't great, what you need to do is let me give you a pointer. Go in your bathroom, right? Go in your bathroom. Turn the light on and look in the mirror, right? Look at yourself real deep in the face. Just look at yourself. And then what I want you to do is slowly pull down your pants in your underwear. And then I want you to squat down. And then I want you to put your hand under your ass, right? And then I want you to squeeze out everything you got to the last fart. And I want you to stand up, look at yourself in the mirror again, and then smack yourself real slow. Rub that shit in. Give it a nice lather. That is for anybody who doesn't believe that Allen Iverson wasn't one of the greatest basketball players ever. Miss me with that shit. Let's see. In sports where the majority of the players are black, the penalties will be much harsher. Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Corn Steve. Hey, you just walked into something heavy. Remember the refs they ejected Tim Duncan for laughing. I do remember that, actually. That was kind of weird. Refs are sensitive too. Let's not forget that. Refs are sensitive as fuck. Refs are some of the most sensitive motherfucking bitch-made ass motherfuckers ever. That's why they try to protect them. Like, the league really tries to protect the refs. Like, you can't even talk about the refs in post-game if you know they fucked up. Like, it's clear. Everybody see it. The fans, the commentators, the players, everybody see that the ref fucked up. But you can't say the ref fucked up or you'll get fined some money for it. You just gonna let them niggas be sensitive and be bitch-made for no reason? You already can't do nothing to these niggas. They just run up and down the court all day. The least you can do is let motherfuckers have an opinion on the game. The niggas that's playing the shit. The niggas that y'all want to be out there making y'all money. Come on, man. Fuck the refs. AI wasn't a team player and should never have been playing the one spot. Yeah, his team was he didn't have much to build on with his team. He really didn't. I mean, when you talk about being a team player, I mean, where was the team at? Like, AI really had to carry his team. He really had to carry them niggas. I wonder if Kyrie would try it with a real one. I don't know. I have no idea. That's because Allen Iverson put the whole team on his back and was dominating. When Kyrie Irving tried to do that with Boston, he was hot garbage juice. Hey, that could be a fact. That could be a fact. I didn't watch him in Boston, man. I didn't know what he was doing out there, but I knew it was quiet for him. If AI was 6'4", he would have been Westbrook before Westbrook. Damn. Now that's an analysis. I haven't heard that one. I have never heard that one, but that could possibly be true. He said he would have been a great talent, not a team player, just like Westbrook. Yeah, man. Allen was a beast, bro. Ray Allen was – I say Ray Allen. Ray Allen was a beast too. But Allen Iverson, man, he's a GOAT. And I'll never subscribe to motherfuckers saying he wasn't a great. The league overall is just getting really soft and weird. And they taking the passion out of the game. Whether it's shit talking or whether it's getting a nigga face, like, that's all passion behind it. If a nigga didn't give a fuck about the sport, he wouldn't be that serious or that mad about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, a lot of that shit plays into it. Nigga, if that's how you feeling, that's how you coming, you want to get in somebody's face because they did something or whatever the case may be, nigga, let it slide, let it go. As long as you break that shit up and ain't nobody throwing no hands and don't go overboard, let motherfuckers speak whatever, say what the fuck they got to say, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Kevin Johnson stayed snatching Jordan's ankles. Most 90s new age point guards stayed yanking Jordan's feet, but the NBA won't ever show that. Of course, man. Of course, there's a narrative. He's the one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. It wouldn't be smart to play him getting played. It wouldn't be smart. The only thing they did was let AI get his shine because AI became one of the greats. So they'll never let that story get drowned out because he actually took that nigga Michael Jordan to the motherfucking house. He shook that nigga, backed up off him, hit that jumper on his ass, and of course Michael came back down the next play and went in on him, but he got that shit off on him, and they don't really show most of the players that happens to with Michael. He took Philly to the finals against the Lakers, and he didn't even have a squad. It was AI against everybody. That's why that nigga stepped over that nigga what's his name? Tyronn Lue. Or not Tyronn Lue. What was his name? Wasn't that him? That nigga Tyronn Lue. Anybody see the Miles Bridges dunk on Capella? Nope, but we finna watch that right now. What you say? I heard something real disrespectful happen last night, and I think that's what you talking about. If I see yep. I typed in Miles. First thing I saw was Miles Bridges. So apparently Miles Bridges did something disrespectful to somebody last night.
Bridges! Oh my
Hold up. My bad. I'm just trying to blow this up a little bit. Trying to see what happened.
Bridges! Oh my God!
All right, we got to go to YouTube. We got to go to YouTube with it. Cause I need to get a full scale of this. I gotta get a Tyronn Lue. There we go. I was right.
Dunk of the second half. McDaniels one-on-one mode.
Oh, come on, you motherfuckers. YouTube fucking up right now.
Dunk of the second half. McDaniels one-on-one mode. Has a smaller man on him. Rozier. Cody Zeller offensive rebound. Bridges! Oh my God! What? Oh my! Bridges! Oh my! Bridges! Oh my!
Nigga, what?
Bridges! Oh my God! What?
Nigga didn't even want to take the ball out. He didn't even touch the ball after that. He was about to take the ball out. He didn't want to touch the ball after that.
Bridges!
Oh my God.
What? A thunderbolt from Bridges! Oh my word! The filthiest of the filthy!
What the fuck?
That'll be the death knell for Atlanta. You can't come back from that. Oh my goodness.
Nah, fam.
Bound.
Pay attention to his team. Pay attention to his team. The opposite team. I like watching how niggas on the opposite team react to their own player getting dunked on. Pay attention to them.
Bridges! Oh my God!
That's it. Everybody has the same reaction. When you on the other team and you can't show your reaction, you jump and then you start looking around to see if anybody else made a move. Look at this nigga right here.
Oh my God! What? A thunderbolt from Bridges!
This nigga,
Oh my word!
my man said a thunderbolt
filthiest
for
of the filthy.
Bridges. We got to see another angle from this, man.
Jump ball.
This is what we want to see. Look at Miles Bridges attack the shot blocker, and look at LaMelo. Oh, my word. Just walk all over.
Nigga, what?
Man.
That's the only
Oh,
face you
my
can make.
goodness.
Miles.
That's the only face you can make after that.
Oh, man.
Hey, wait. Hey, my nigga up here was about to run away. My nigga was about to run away. Watch him right here. Watch this nigga right here. He's about to run away.
Oh, man.
He was about to run away. God damn. That's the shit I miss, man. That type of shit. Niggas don't be going that hard no more. Niggas don't be trying to break the fucking rim and break niggas' necks. The filthiest of the filthy. The nigga sound like Bill Cosby.
Bridges! Oh my God! What?
Did he wait? Did this white man just say, oh, diddly D? Did he just say, oh, diddly D? Hold up. Listen close. Listen close. Turn it up and listen close. I swear to God.
What?
This nigga said, oh, diddly D. My nigga went heavy D after that dunk.
Oh my God! What?
Nigga said, oh, diddly D.
A thunderbolt from Bridges!
Oh my word!
The filthiest of the filthy! The filthiest of the filthy!
Hey, when she be giving you sloppy ass dome, spit, all that shit, jerking neck movements, slobbing, you know what you be like?
The filthiest of the filthy!
Niggas be like, bitch, what you
Word! The filthiest of the filthy!
doing? Woo! God damn. Well, on that note, I'm gonna let y'all know that I have appreciated every single one of you goddamn motherfuckers in the chat. I'm finna shout every single last motherfucking name out in this bitch as we roll out. Hey, y'all, I shot a video today. Y'all know that? I shot a video today. Also, my IG's popping. My TikTok's going viral right now. I don't know what's happening. A whole bunch of good shit is fucking happening. So I'm going to leave this by playing the song that I shot a video for today that's going to drop on 420. Hey, special episode on 420. If y'all going to pull up on me, I'm telling you, I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all doing on 420. But if y'all don't pull up here to the GMS show, I'm talking about the Green Mind State show, where the fuck else would you be on 420 besides sitting around getting high? You might as well tune in to the GMS show so we can all smoke together and vibe out, talk about some high shit, eat some snacks, nigga. Bring your munchies, bring your best strain. It's gonna be beautiful, and I'm gonna play the video. We gonna fucking chill out. We gonna watch some shit. We gonna talk about some shit. So as I get out of here, I'm gonna play this motherfucking song for you. And I'm going to shout y'all names out. Put a GMS in the comments, baby. I want to see GMS in the comments. I got to see GMS in the comments, man. I want to see that GMS in the comments as I read them names out. Let's go. Hey, shout out to Ish Bay. Shout out to JG. Shout out to Ben Slim. Shout out to Teodora NYC. Shout out to Jay Monte. Shout out to Kellen Morris. Shout out to Ron Brown. Shout out to Wes. Shout out to Dub Deuce. Shout out to JR Miller. Shout out Meech with the good smoke. Roll something up, brother. Shout out to Bass ENT. Shout out to B Skrills. Shout out to Bars to Market. Hey. Shout out to Breathe Easy. Shout out to Jump to Hyper. My bad. Jump to Hyperspace Podcast. My niggas podcast. Make sure y'all go over there and fuck with them. Subscribe and like they page. All that shit. Fuck with them, man. They got some great content. Shout out to Moses Hannon. Shout out to Richie Rock Movie Review. Shout Shout out to Anthony M, the professor. Shout out to Mary Jane on deck, the queen. Hey, shout out to Corin Stevens. Shout out to Khalil Day. Shout out to Chill Phil. Hey. Shout out to Raven Smith. Shout out to Alma Dixon Cider. Habitual pull-uppers. King Lukey in this motherfucker. Shout out to King Lukey. Where them GMS is at, man? Hey, I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Hey. 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 Hey, yeah, Method Man. Hey. I won't be live during that shit. You best believe I'm gonna be watching that shit and smoking. Lewis White, what's happening? Hey. This video drops on 420. Fuck with me. I'm gonna need y'all to watch that too.